Hello, Peggy Walker. Welcome to Philip Friday. Philip Friday Live. Please remember to like, share, and send us some hearts. Peggy, how was your day? Let us know. You guys, as you come in, please be sure to say hello. Let us know where you are listening from and let us know what you filled up on this week. Hello, Lucy. I'm glad you guys had a good day. You are welcome to Philip Friday Live. I'm your host, Mrs. J. Spire. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. And to anyone who may be watching on YouTube, welcome, you guys. Welcome to our YouTube subscribers. We are now also streaming to YouTube. So I'm so excited about that. Hopefully we'll be able to share some more J-Spiration. We'll be spreading it with more people, and I'm really excited about that. If you are catching the replay, I also want to say welcome. I'm going to give a few more people some time to come in. If you've been watching us on Friday nights, then you know that we call our Friday night crew the Philip Friday Faithfuls. That just kind of dropped in my spirit because you guys are on here every Friday night faithfully with us. So we're excited about that. And so hopefully our YouTube subscribers will become Philip Friday Faithfuls as well. So please remember to share, and then again, let us know where you are listening in from. We're not going to be on here really long tonight. Just going to talk about a few things, and hopefully you guys will share as well. So Peggy and Lucy, let us know what you filled up on this week. Drop that in the comments, and so you guys know we'll talk about that later on in the show. All right, so I want to get started. Sometimes when I come on here on Friday nights, I will say it's been a really long week. But this week, it hasn't been a really long week, and it's been a really good week. And it's really because I started my week off just a different way, and I'm so excited about that. I'm gonna be talking about what I did differently. Hopefully that will plant some seeds with you guys, and then maybe you all can share with us as well. What you do to make sure that you have a productive week, that you have a really good week, and that you are speaking positivity into your day. So you guys know we always like to start by just going back and talking about what we posted all week. But first, I do want to say thank you all very much for joining us last Saturday for Crying or Laughing, We Talking. We had guests Lakia Perez and Aunt Lolita was in the house, and we had a really good time. They both dropped some really wise words. They gave us some inspiration, and I was really excited about that. So if you didn't catch that show, make sure that you go back and watch the replay. I promise you that you will be blessed. I promise you that you would get some really good information from that show. And then we have some exciting things coming up for January, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's start off with Monday. So you guys know God always gives me this theme somehow throughout the week. I never know what we are going to post. And again, if God doesn't give me something to post, then we don't just post just because. We want to make sure that we are intentional about what we are sharing. So we started out with Monday with Mindset Monday. And it just kind of popped into my spirit. And I just started thinking about how, when you're in the airport, especially after 9/11, they were saying, if someone asks you to watch their bag, hold their bag, don't do it, right? So I started thinking about that, how sometimes we take information for everything else except for ourselves, right? So on Monday, we posted Mindset Monday. Remember the rule: if someone in the airport asks you to watch their bag, to say no. Well, the same goes for everyday life. Stop holding on to things that aren't yours. Decline the invite. I'm reading again, like you guys know, I always read to make sure I get it word for word. Decline the invite, don't participate in nonsense, and put the baggage down. All right, so we're going somewhere with this. So then on Tuesday, we posted Thankful Tuesday. And I know you guys, it's Thankful Thursday, but we posted Thankful Tuesday. When God gives instructions, follow them. Even when you don't understand them, it's for His glory and it's for your good. And then on Wednesday, we posted Wisdom Wednesday. Woke up this morning with the thought and immediately had to say, nope, not today. Spoken to the atmosphere, I'm going to have a great day. And then this scripture came to my mind. So Proverbs 4:23, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Then on Thursday, we posted Transparency and Thankful Thursday. Realizing how much being obedient, pushing through, serving, and giving has changed my life. What the enemy meant for evil, God turned it around for my good. And then the scripture was Psalms 30:5. For his anger endured but for a moment. In his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. So you guys know I'm always like, wow, things just kind of things just kind of go, they go into each other as I'm posting every day. And I just, throughout the day, I'm just waiting for God to deposit whatever He's going to deposit into me, to share with you all. And so I want to go back to Monday because I feel like Monday really set the tone for me. And so that's what I want to focus in on tonight, is setting the tone for your day, setting the tone for your week. I don't know, Monday just really got into my heart. It got into my spirit. And I just started thinking about, again, we talked about this before, but all the things, all the baggage that we hold on to. And we have a hard, so sometimes we have a hard time telling other people no, right? But we don't have a problem telling ourselves no, or we don't have a problem, like we try to just, we hold on to everything, right? I want to make sure I say it the right way. So remember the rule: if someone in the airport asks you to hold or watch their bags, then say no. And then the same applies to everyday life. So we're able to follow the rules that other people give us, right? That the government gives us, that our job gives us, all those things. Like, don't do this because there's a consequence, or don't do that because there's a consequence. But then when it comes to our own things, we don't always think about what those consequences are, or we don't think about that baggage that we're holding, or those things that we're holding on to that's not good for us. And so today I want you guys to change your mindset about that. I want you to really start putting yourself first and thinking about what's good for you, and thinking about, if it doesn't belong to you, don't pick it up. And then that way you don't have to put it down. Because once we pick those things up, then it becomes harder and harder and harder to put it down. Think about every day when we go to work. At least for me. And my husband used to tell my sister she was a bag lady, right? Because she would carry so many bags all the time. And honestly, when we travel, we still have a whole lot of bags. But think about when we're traveling and we're going places, we pile all those things into those bags. But then when we get there, we don't usually use it. Right? It's just taking up space, but we're not using those things at all. Or even when we're going to work, we carry all these things to work every single day. And then those things are just sitting there and we realize that we don't use them. And so what I want you to do is to put that baggage down. Go through that bag and figure out what's good for you, what's not. Figure out what you're using every day, what's purposeful, what's productive, right? What do you really need? And all those things that aren't serving a purpose, then let it go. I was talking to my aunt today, and I was talking about how when, last year I had all that, the trauma in my life, and there were people that I was holding on to in order to be able to hold on to other things, right? And I would call these people every day. I would, text them, how are you doing? What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need anything? And then sometimes those folks wouldn't call me back, and I would get upset about it. And then as the year went on, I stopped really calling them, and they were not calling me. And initially I was like, man, are you serious? Like, they're not calling me, they're not checking on me. And then I started to realize that it was baggage that I didn't need, right? That I was holding on to things and people that were not productive, that were those people were not really a part of my circle. They were not people that I really needed to be connected to, that I needed to let go of some of that baggage so that I could heal, so that I could be productive, so that I could see clearly, and so that I could do what I needed to do. And so when I said those things to myself on Monday about having a different mindset, you guys, it really it trickled down into my entire week. So I even talked to my mom that day, and she was like, you didn't complain about anything that day. And I said, Mom, you know what? I changed my mindset. Like, I purposed it in my heart that I was going to change my mindset today, and that I was going to put down those things that didn't belong to me, because that's what I was complaining about. And I'm not going to say I didn't complain about anything all week, or I didn't think about anything all week, but I set the tone and I set the foundation for that week. So those things that did not concern me, they were not able to overtake me, so that when I got on here tonight, I wouldn't have to say it's been a long week or it's been a hard week. I had a bad day, because I didn't, because I set the tone and I declined things that didn't belong to me. We don't have to, and we're not supposed to be in every space with everybody doing everything. And so that's how I set the tone for my week. And then we moved into Thankful Thursday. And we said God gives instructions and follow them even when we don't understand them. It was so many things over the last year that I didn't understand. It's been things over the last month that I didn't understand, trying to figure out why things are happening the way that they are. Why things aren't going the way that I thought maybe they should go. And really, I had to just understand that I started to really follow God's directions. And even though I didn't understand them, I kept saying, God, I want it to be for your glory, right? And so we can't say that and then not walk in it, right? And even though some of those things may hurt, but I'm learning that some of those things that hurt, God, because of my obedience, because of me just following those directions, then they're working for my good, even when I couldn't see it, even when I didn't want to see it, to be honest, right? Because I'm like, nothing good can come out of this. But a lot of things that has happened, I'm learning about myself. And so that's the good, that's coming out of it. And then not only am I learning about myself, the important part is that my relationship with God has grown so much that I just got this crazy faith, right? About so many things that I second guessed before, things that I wouldn't do before, things that people would tell me. And I'm like, you got to be out of your mind. But that crazy faith, I'm just crazy enough now in the last year just to know that God can do anything. I'm crazy enough to believe that if he said it, then it's gonna come to place. It doesn't matter whether it's today, it's tomorrow, or it's next year. But that faith that I'm building, the strength that he's given me, the things that he's working out, the things that's happening, it's just that crazy faith that I'm just like, God, I'm just gonna follow your instructions. He's never gonna lead us wrong. We talked last week about him being the best GPS. When we're in our cars and we're listening to our GPS, that it could be taking us anywhere, but we're just driving and we're just trusting it. So we're trusting this, we're trusting this voice, right? That we don't know. We don't even know who's behind the voice. So why can't we trust God? Right. And I mean, we're trusting that voice in real time, driving down the interstate, driving down back roads, wherever. We're just trusting it. So if we can trust the GPS in the car, we can surely trust God, who we know has our best interest at heart. He wants the best for us. And so I'm just crazy enough right now. I'm just going to trust him, and I'm going to follow those directions. And I know that it is going to work out for my good, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what's going on around me, regardless of if I don't understand it. If God said it, then that settles it. And so that's what you have to do. Just follow those instructions. He is not going to lead you wrong. And then we woke up to talk about Wisdom Wednesday. So if you ever have real-time conversations with me, you know that Wednesdays haven't been the best days for me for, a little while. And sometimes I wake up on Wednesdays and I'm not always sure how I feel, to be honest, right? And I know some of you guys probably have those days. There may be some triggers about dates or days. But I woke up on Wednesday, and when I woke up, I said, man, like I had this feeling in my gut, and I was just like, and then I had to stop myself and I had to speak it and say, no, no, no. On Monday, we said we want to have a different mindset. So on Wednesday, I said, nope, right? I said, no, we're not going to do this today. And I just spoke it into the atmosphere. I said, I'm going to have a great day. And when I spoke it, I felt it. And then that scripture came to mind to keep that heart with all diligence, because for out of it are the issues of life. Right. And I said, no, I'm going to have a great day, and I'm going to speak it, and I'm going to believe it in my heart. And you guys, I had such a great day. Right? Because as a man thinketh, so is he. And so I had to think, right? I had to put it out there in the atmosphere, and then I had to believe it, because the way that we feel, it dictates our whole day. And I'm telling you guys, I had such an amazing day on Wednesday. It was an awesome day. I can't tell you like what happened, throughout the day, but I can tell you what didn't happen. I didn't complain. I didn't feel down in the dumps. I didn't feel bad about myself. And I didn't allow those things that I had gone through to dictate my day. And I spoke it out loud into the atmosphere. And then when I came into my office to work that day, I spoke it out loud that it wasn't anything or anybody that was going to dictate my day or change the way that I felt, that I was just going to have a great day. And it happened. And it's because I changed my mindset. And then on Thursday, transparency and thankful Thursday, right? Because we sometimes when we think about transparency, we think about just like telling all of our business to somebody, or just being so open and just sharing that way. But that's not what transparency is. Just not about that with other people, but it's about having that conversation. Yes, I said conversation with yourself as well, being honest with yourself and being open with yourself. And I really just started thinking about how being obedient, how pushing through, how serving, how giving, how it really has just changed my life. I was talking to my friend Joy probably about a month or so ago, and I was just telling her some things that I had been doing. And she said, Joshalon, like, you really giving yourself out of grief. And I thought about that thing. I'm like, what's she talking about? But I really was. And you guys, sometimes we think about giving and we just think about money, right? We think about monetary things. But giving is way more than just money, right? So like giving our time, even coming on Jayspirations and just giving of myself, because I feel like that is my calling, right? Going on a show with Tim Jackson, and it was called Ridiculously Blessed, right? And just sharing that information, man. Sometimes we just got to push ourselves through things. And God connected me with another young lady who had gone through some of the same similar situation, just a little after me. And I've just been able to share with them, right? Even though I wasn't quite sure how I was going to get through some of those things myself, but just giving of myself, giving, encouragement, giving motivation, giving a listening ear, right? And that service too, right? And just being obedient, because sometimes I didn't want to do it. But just being obedient and doing that, it has absolutely changed my life. It has changed my life. I have been angry about some things. I have cried probably more tears than you can even imagine. But the scripture says, "For his anger endureth but a moment, and in his favor is life, and that weeping may endure for a moment, but joy cometh in the morning." I had never really looked at that scripture the way that I looked at it on Thursday. We are going to weep, right? It doesn't last. It doesn't last always. And so yeah, Don says he bottles your tears. I'm telling you, it's like it, you have that good cry and you get it out, but it doesn't last always. Then God gives you another emotion. He gives you another thing to feel. And so listen, be obedient to whatever God is telling you to do. We listen to everything and everybody else. Take some time, spend some time with God and listen to what he is telling you. Don't just hear it, but listen to what he is telling you and be obedient. And I promise you, it will change your life. And that's a growth moment, right? It's a maturity moment. It's a transparent moment. It's an open moment of, man, like you're able to see your growth. You're able to see how you have changed. And you guys just don't understand how much I have changed over the last year. It has been an awesome transformation to even just watch myself, right? And it's okay, right? Celebrating myself. That's what we're supposed to do. It's okay to celebrate yourself. And I'm thankful for the journey. I'm thankful for what I have overcome. I'm thankful for what I have walked through. And I'm still walking through something, right? But I'm not walking in it. I'm walking through it. I'm not walking in it because I'm not going to stay in a place, right, that's not good for me. So I'm walking through it. And the obedience is in that relationship with God and really listening to what he's saying. It is helping me to walk through it. So I want to challenge you all to change your mindset. I want to challenge you all to change the way that you think about things. And don't just change the way that you think about people, other people, right? Other people are important. But I want you to change the way that you think about yourself, because when you change the way that you think about yourself, then you're going to begin to change the way that you think about others. So that's what I want to deposit into you guys tonight. Change your mindset. Now, are we human? Absolutely. So is every day going to be, easy to do some of these things? No, it's not. But, I was listening to a show today and, was just talking about God's grace is new. His mercy is new every single day. And so every single day is a new opportunity to change your mindset. um just change your mindset. We are great. We are awesome. We are God's, we're his work. And so we're awesome, right? And so we have to begin to walk in those things, knowing that we are awesome, knowing that we are worthy, and knowing that we can have great days all the time. We don't have to walk or spend our day in turmoil. We just have to speak life into ourselves every single day and know that every day is an opportunity to change and to do something different. So thank you all for hanging out with me tonight for Jayspirations Live. Philip Friday. Does anyone would anyone like to put in the comments tonight what they filled up on, or to share anything that they need to fill up on? Anybody needs some additional words of encouragement or anything that they want to talk about tonight? Go ahead and drop that in the comments. Also, while I'm waiting for that to happen, you guys please go and follow my YouTube page, Jayspirations Live. I think we have a few subscribers. I'm excited about that because we are now streaming live and up uploading videos to Facebook. Listen, we are on assignment. We have things to do. We have motivation to get out there. We're going to spread the love of Christ. And we're going to motivate and we are going to encourage. So please make sure that you go on YouTube and subscribe to our page. We're also on Instagram at Jspirations Live. So if you are on Instagram, please be sure to like. And you guys, please help us to get to 1,000 followers. So if you have not invited someone to Jspirations Live Facebook page, please do that. Again, we are excited about spreading the good news and spreading encouragement. Thank you, Don. Don is subscribed. Also, again, I want to thank you all for joining us last Saturday for Crying or Laughing We're Talking. Again, catch the replay if you were not able to catch it live. I had a ball talking to both Lakia and Aunt Lolita, and so we hope to have her back soon. Also, you guys, next week I will be putting out the information for poetry and pastries. That is going to be Saturday, January the 28th from 6 to 8, and it's going to be an in-person event in Norfolk, Virginia. So if you are in the area, please watch out for the information that's going to be posted, so that you can get your ticket and you can spend some time with us. Of course, we'll still be laughing. We'll be giving some motivation. We'll be listening to some good poetry, and we'll be having some awesome pastries. I have some really great bakers from the Hampton Roads area that's going to be providing our desserts, and we have a few awesome poets lined up. So I am so excited about that. And you guys know Mrs. J. Spire is a poet in her own right, so I will definitely be taking the mic on January the 28th. Don, I have not seen you sign up for it, so I'll be looking for your text or your email to let me know that you'll be taking the mic as well. And then we have a few other poets. And of course, if you know anyone or you have anyone that you would like to participate, send me an email at jspirationslive@gmail.com, or you can also inbox me here on Facebook. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to practice some self-care this weekend. Do something that makes you feel good. Do something that makes you happy. Take some time for yourself. I love you guys. And as always, be J-Spired.